The Saône River runs through Chalon-sur-Saône, today's finishing town, for several kilometres, broad and slow and enormously productive. At the point where the Saône meets the Doubs, about 30 kilometres south of Chalon, the boatmen and fishermen and raftsmen of the 17th century made a dish from what they pulled out of the water each day, the white wine that was available to them on the riverbanks of Burgundy. They cooked it in a pot on the boat or on the bank with what they had: pike and perch from the lean side, eel and tench from the fatty side, white wine, bacon, croutons, a dish of the Pôle, a dish of the river, a dish that's been celebrated by its own brotherhood since 1949 and that is still served in the restaurants that line the banks of the Saône today. Today we are talking about pôchouse. This is Fabulously Delicious, the French food podcast, and welcome back to the Food Tour de France. I'm your host, Andrew Pryor. Today the tour finishes in Chalon-sur-Saône, a river city of the Saône-et-Loire, one of the great stretches of Burgundian France, and the pôchouse is the dish of this river and this landscape. Let's start with what a pôchouse actually is, because the name is not widely known outside of Burgundy and Franche-Comté and deserves a proper introduction. La pôchouse is a freshwater fish stew, a variant of matelot, the French tradition of cooking river fish in wine, made specifically from a combination of Saône and Doubs river fish, cut into pieces and cooked in a white wine sauce, traditionally a Burgundian aligoté. The classic combination calls for 4 fish, 2 lean-fleshed and 2 fatty-fleshed. On the lean side, you've got pike and perch, and on the fatty side, eel and tench. This combination of lean and fatty in the same pot is not accidental. It gives the dish balance, the lean fish providing clean flavour and texture, while the eel and the tench contribute richness and depth to its sauce. Other combinations, well, they're possible, depending on what the river gives: carp, pike, perch, trout, and even salmon. The name itself comes from the Bressan patois word for fisherman, pôchoux, the dish of the pôchoux, which tells you immediately where this came from and who made it. Not a grand kitchen, not a restaurant, the riverside, the boat, the morning's catch. La pôchouse is first mentioned in writing in 1646, which means it has a documented history of nearly 4 centuries. Preparation follows a logic. The fish are cut into pieces. They go into a pot with lardons, bacon, white wine, garlic, and herbs. The sauce that forms is the result of the fish and the wine cooking together slowly, with the fat from the eel and the tench enriching the liquid as it reduces. It is served with steamed potatoes and croutons fried in butter. The whole thing is deeply flavoured, warmly satisfying, and entirely specific to the rivers that produced it. La pôchouse has its own brotherhood, the Confrérie des Chevaliers de la Pôchouse de Verdun-sur-le-Doubs, founded in 1949 and still holding its annual chapters in October, maintaining the traditions and rules around how a proper pôchouse should be prepared and served. There's also, since 2016, an annual festival dedicated to the dish, the Fête de la Pôchouse, where the local restaurants serve it strictly according to ancestral rules, which means without any accompaniment beyond what tradition dictates, and where the Confrérie Saint-Nicolas de Radier de la Lue builds a raft of the Petit Doubs to mark the occasion. The raftsmen, the boats, the river and the fish, they're all present every year, as they have been since the 17th century. In October 2019, the Confrérie celebrated its 70th anniversary with a mass in the church of Verdun-sur-le-Doubs, a parade through the town and a gathering of over 400 guests for a dish that's born on the riverbank of a fisherman's catch. La pôchouse is listed among the great dishes of Burgundian cuisine, alongside bœuf bourguignon, coq au vin, and œuf morenet, and it deserves that company. It's older than most of them, more directly connected to the people who actually lived on the river rather than those who cooked for the wealthy, and it carries a specific flavour of the Saône, in a way that, well, no other dish quite does. If you're watching the tour arrive today, if you're walking along the Saône waterfront. Look for it on a menu. It may be pronounced pôchouse, 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 or pôchouse, depending on the establishment. You can order it with a glass of aligoté. Eat it slowly and remember that you are eating a dish that boatmen and fishermen were making on this river in the 17th century from what they caught that morning and what they had to drink. That's la pôchouse, the next food tour de France. Another stage, another story. Bon appétit et à très bientôt.